right, welcome back, everyone. This is the First Inning Radio Show, and I'm waiting to go live. By pressing this video, I want to thank you for hitting play, and it means a lot when you hit the like button. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell because we go live Tuesday and Friday. Some spring training news and facts and important dates to go over. And also, we are they released the 2021 COVID testing results, and we're gonna go into that really quickly. And let's get into it. And let me not waste your time. Let me click over and so I can show you. There we go. So there it is. MLB and Major League Baseball's Player Association announced COVID-19 test results. Okay, here we go. Major League Baseball and Major League Baseball Players Association jointly announced the testing results conducted as part of the mandatory intake screening process under MLB's COVID-19 health monitoring and testing plan. Now, prior to the upcoming start of the full season and squad workouts, all Major League active roster players and non-roster invitees and Tier 1 and Tier 2 club staff members are required to complete intake screening process. That which includes a 5-day at-home quarantine. So you have to do that before you check in. A contactless temperature check, a diagnostic PCR saliva test. So they're not doing it in the nose, they're just putting it in the mouth. And antibody test and a self-quarantine until the results of the PCR are reported. The intake screening process is one component of the 2021 health and safety protocols reflect on the recommendations of the medical experts and infectious disease specialists. Now, the independent Utah laboratory has reported the following intake test results through the first week of spring training. Now, the numbers. The total number of new positive tests is 13, which is 0.3 of the 4,336 total samples collected and tested. Now, 9 of these 13 positive players and 4 are staff members. Now, 11 different clubs have had one or more individuals test positive during intake testing. So that's not good. In addition, all individuals who have cleared the intake screening process immediately become subject to regular monitoring testing. Among the 2,298 monitoring testing samples collected and analyzed to date, there have been no new positives. The total number of diagnostic tests conducted to players in Tier 1 and Tier 2 staff members since the start of intake testing is 6,634. That's a lot. So that's so 13 people have tested positive already. Now let's get into some spring training news. And of course, it's presented by Camping World, so you can't really go wrong with that. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody's happy to be working the baseball scene again, but it looks like they're still working from home because Brian Hoach here is still in his house, and it doesn't look like he's even in Yankee Stadium. So let's see. Let's play this. Let me see if get some speaker at this. I don't know if we can hear it or not. Oh no. Can we hear it? I think I just put it up here.
With most of the heavy offseason lifting apparently done, General Manager Brian Cashman has been hard at work trying to improve the 2021 Yankees on the margins. The Bombers bolstering their bullpen this week by agreeing to a deal with Justin Wilson, stealing him away from the Mets, with whom Wilson spent the last 2 seasons. With Wilson and side-arming right-hander Darren O'Day both on board, we're now seeing the logic behind last month's trade of Adam Ottavino to the Red Sox. Effectively, the Yankees have given their bullpen a few new looks to seal leads late in games, providing manager Aaron Boone with multiple avenues in getting the ball to the ninth inning. Toss in Chad Green, and the Yankees once again have the makings of one of the American League's best bullpens. The Yankees are counting on Gary Sanchez to bounce back from one of the most frustrating seasons of his career, while Kyle Higashioka was catching, throwing, and hitting the best he ever has during last year's postseason. But there's strength in numbers, which is why the Yanks agreed this week to a minor league contract with veteran catcher Robinson Chirinos. That could be an especially interesting development for Garrett Cole. The 36-year-old Chirinos was a member of the Astros back in 2019, and he was behind the plate for 68 2/3 of Cole's innings, with Cole pitching to a 1.57 ERA over that span. Yankees pitchers and catchers are continuing to filter into the Tampa, Florida area, with their first official workout set for this week. It's been quite a sports year in Tampa Bay, capped by the Buccaneers winning it all on their home turf earlier this month. Now the Yankees are going to take the handoff just across the street from where Tom Brady won his 5th Super Bowl MVP. A few of the guys are already getting together on their own. We heard that Cole and Jameson Taillon met up to play catch in a public park recently. Obviously, those former Pirates teammates couldn't wait to be reunited. Cole and Taillon project to be joined by Corey Kluber and Jordan Montgomery in the front 4 of the Yanks rotation. Handicapping the race for 5th starter seems wide open at this stage. David Garcia showed his mettle in 6 regular season starts last year, while Domingo Germán is hoping to find the form he showed in 2019 when he led the club with 18 victories. Other contenders include Nick Nelson, Michael King, Clark Schmidt, Julius Chassin, and Luis Medina. That should be plenty for Boone and his second-year pitching coach, Matt Blake, to chew on beginning right now. This week, the Yankees also made a significant announcement related to the fight for equality, racial justice, and inclusion. The New York Yankees Diversity and Inclusion Committee has been meeting virtually since September, focusing on using the team's platform to enact societal change. Participants include Hal Steinbrenner, Randy Levine, Brian Cashman, Reggie Jackson, CeCe Sabathia, and Spike Lee, among many others. This is one all-star team we should all cheer for. That will do it for this edition of Daily Basis. I'm Brian Hope. Thanks for watching. For all of your baseball news, be sure to visit MLB.com and watch MLB Network.
Well, there you go. There you have it, man, from the one and only Brian Hoach there. And he's basically broke down the what's the scenario for the Yankees in spring training, what's going on right now. Now, the addition to Serenos is a very good idea because he pitched with Cole and stuff like that. So he knows how to work around this kid and work with him. So that's going to be something great very great to see. So and then Kubler, he has to pitch very well too. We don't know what's going to happen with him. You know, so like they said, Jameson Taillon and Corey Kubler among the hurlers trying on the pinstripes, aiming to bounce back from injuries and join Cole near the front of the rotation. The club has bolstered its bullpen in recent weeks, adding Darren O'Day and Justin Wilson. Let's see what Brian Cashman has to say about Cashman Boone on Taillon and Kubler. Let's see. It's not responding right now. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, perfect.
In the imports of, for instance, Jameson Taillon with the coming off the second Tommy John surgery, finishing off his rehab, or Corey Kluber, obviously, who hasn't pitched much at all here in the last 2 seasons because of injuries. But we did as much due diligence as we possibly could in terms of the medical evaluations. In Corey Kluber's case, Eric Cressy was working him out this winter as his personal trainer for quite some time. And so that allowed us to close the gap too on those information gaps. And so hopeful is certainly an appropriate word in this. And that includes Severino coming back from Tommy John himself back in late summer. So this was the best course as we move forward here in the 2021 season. Fitting in two for in theory the price of one was maybe a better strategy. But ultimately, it just comes down to keeping them healthy and performing up to their abilities, and that's where the magic is going to really occur, or that's where the tragic will occur.
As far as Jameson and Corey go, we understand some of the risks that come with it, but we're also incredibly excited about what we think they can be. If it goes well, and that's the expectation at their best, these are guys that you can turn to in a postseason situation and match up against other great pitchers. I'm really excited that they're part of our staff.
All right, so there you have it. You have it from Cashman and Boone. They sound excited about these guys, and I'm excited as well to see them play. Let's answer some questions about spring training. Now, given the pandemic, how is spring training going to be different this year? Now, the Yankees camp will be unlike any we've seen. Pitchers and catchers will be separated from the position players when workouts get underway. Position players will use the diamond at George M. Steinbrenner Field's complex, while pitchers and catchers will remain at the minor league training facility at Hims Avenue, about a half a mile away. Now, workouts at Steinbrenner Field and minor league complex will be closed to the public, so you can't go around there. I'm pretty sure you can still see something though. I went too fast. Now, under a revised Grayfield League schedule intended to limit travel, the Yankees would only play exhibition games against the Blue Jays, Orioles, Phillies, and Tigers. A new league-wide protocol restricts certain activities deemed high risk for players when they are away from the ballpark, including indoor dining and visiting bars and lounges. Players will also wear electronic devices while at the park that should aid in contact tracing. Wow, so that's pretty heavy. That's pretty high-tech stuff there. Now, what are the key roster position battles to watch for this year in Yankee spring training? Now, Gary Sanchez is expected to begin the season as the starting catcher, though he has a visible challenger in backup Kyle Higashioka and Serenos, the other catcher too. There's two other catchers who caught 5 of the club's 7 postseason games. Non-roster invitee Jay Bruce is hoping to push Mike Tauchman for a bench spot, and both outfielders seem as adding left-handed depth to the lineup that skews heavily toward right-handed bats. Now, on the pitching side, the 5th starter derby appears wide open through Davy Garcia and Domingo Germán are likely the early favorites. Other candidates include Nick Nelson, Michael King, Clark Smith, Luis Medina, and non-roster invitee Jules Chansey, some whom could also contend for bullpen roles. Now, Domingo Germán has been doing cryptic messages on social media, like hinting that he's retiring or something like that. I don't know if he's going to retire or not, but I hope he's not going to. But I've been watching him, and he's been doing well in the winter leagues. And I watch his Instagrams and stuff, and he's just been posting workouts on the beach and stuff like that. So I don't see, what the harm in that is. But I hope he gets a 5th start. Oh, we got Michael here. What's up, man? Yeah, man, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
So finally, spring training has begun, man.
Yeah, here we go. We're on our way. We're on the way.
I was reading just now that the Yankees signed Cintron.
Yeah, I didn't know. Where's he from?
He's from he used to play on the A's. I mean the A's. The Astros.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
And he pitched with Garrett Cole and all that. Cintron.
I know.
And he's a little he that little dude hits too.
Yeah, he hits.
So I think he might take that job from Kyle Higashioka.
Well, yeah, I told you about that. He's a backup catcher. He catches Sanchez. Torinos, that's his name.
Yeah, Chirinos, yeah.
It's a minor league deal. It's so yeah, he's got to make the team first, and then he'll wind up being the catcher for Garrett Cole.
You know, eventually, or if Gary Sanchez gets hurt again, you got him there. You know, and he could possibly take over as the lead role, probably. Who knows?
Yeah. So spring training's just started, and it looks like it's going to be fun. I think the players report this weekend. I know the pitchers and catchers reported 2 days ago, right? So the players usually follow through and they report afterwards. So it should be fun, man.
Yeah, man. They've reported they have to stay. What I was reading was pitchers and catchers have to stay together, and they have to be separate from the position players. So they're never gonna meet each other, I guess, during spring training.
I figured that they have to social distance. So I was listening to Garrett Cole talk. Tyon was talking, Corey Kluber, and now I'm just waiting for Aaron Judge and Torres and LeMahieu and Stanton to come. But I was watching those press conferences, and Aaron Boone was talking. So it's gonna be should be exciting, man. I hope this is the year we win. And spring training is on the it's here. It's finally here.
Yeah, man. I'm reading now that they still haven't announced the selling of spring training tickets.
I guess that's going to be announced after. Maybe it's a little too soon because we're not even in March yet. I think the first spring training game is February 28th, I think.
Yeah, so it says the Yankees will host the Blue Jays on February 28th at Steinbrenner Field at 1 o'clock. That.
So you have to wait till maybe then. I mean, because it's too early maybe for tickets to be announced for what we told about regular season or spring training.
Spring training they haven't sold any tickets yet. It's still not able to buy.
It's probably going to come out any day for spring training, definitely. But
yeah, I would think so. You know.
What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I said I would think so. It should be released any second.
Yeah, probably any time now. Did you hear what happened to Johnny Damon? He got a DUI. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that. Tell me.
It just broke about a couple of hours ago. Well, Johnny Damon and his wife, I guess he was drinking, and he was driving under the influence, and I guess the cops stopped him, and he said he had a little to drink, and the wife. And they were restraining with the cops or something, and they took them in. So he got out, but he got bail. But I think there's still supposed to be some kind of a court case for his appearance or something because he was caught. He was caught. Driving under the influence. So I think he has to go back or something. But
he got to go back to court.
It was all over Twitter though, so that's a shame. I mean, I hope everything works out for him. He lives in Florida, so I guess he was coming home from a party or something. And him and the wife had something to drink, and they got pulled over. And then
probably speeding, on them because in Florida you could do whatever you want down there.
Yeah,
it's scary.
It was. I'm surprised the wife got involved. She got involved with the whole because they didn't they weren't cooperating with I guess the cop or something, and they were restraining. And then Johnny Damon got involved, and then that was it. And they took them in, and he was he was drinking. So and he must have been speeding too, because I listened to I was reading the whole the article, and he said that he definitely was drinking. So
yeah, they probably caught him speeding down the highway or something like that, and they pulled him over for drinking. You know what I mean?
I heard it on the Michael K show at first. I was like, that can't be true, because when he said Johnny, I'm like, well, who's he talking about? I hope he's not talking about Johnny Damon. And it ended up being Johnny Damon. I was like, oh man. At the same, all these Yankee players, you notice all these ex-Yankee players, they all get in trouble, every single one. Chuck Knobloch, Scott Brocious, Shane Spencer. Who's the other one? John Wetland. Every single one. The only one that looks like he isn't going to ever get in trouble is Derek Jeter. But all these guys always get in trouble with domestic abuse. John Wetland ended up getting in trouble because he went out with an underage girl. That was terrible. I mean, these guys they always get in trouble. These Yankee players, all the ex-players.
Right. Matter of fact, John Wetland hit somebody. I mean, not John Wetland. I'm sorry, Jim Lyrics hit somebody. I think.
Oh yeah, that was a while. Yeah, that was a shame. Well, he got out with that. Thank God. He accidentally killed somebody in a car accident. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, man. I actually got to speak to Jim Lyrics.
Jim Lyrics, he's a great guy. He's awesome. He was the one that predicted the Stanton trade. He was the first to report it on Twitter.
Yo, let me tell you, it was 2015, right? I went to the Cincinnati All-Star Fan Fest over there in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking around with my Yankee hat on. I'm the only Yankee fan in the whole spot, right? And I'm walking, minding my own business, and some dude starts calling me like, yo, Yankee fan, you a Yankee fan, right? Like, yo, I was like, yeah, I'm a Yankee fan, and he's a normal dude, right? He's like, yo, you know this guy right here? He says, you know this guy? I said, oh, shit, it's Mr. Lyrics. It's Jim Lyrics. I got to meet him. I got to talk to him. See, in the old stadium, when I used to sit with my dad used to work behind the dugout. So I used to hang out there, batting practice and all that. And he used to come right past me because that was the aisle to go to the field. You know what I mean? It's where the the warm-up circle is for the to warm up for the batters is there. So he used to wear these cowboy boots and all that. You know what I'm saying? So when I met him at the thing, I was like, yo, man, you still wearing them cowboy boots and all that? He started smiling and all that. And and what's cool about it was that day at the Fan Fest, I have bought a little home plate, and it had the picture of the final season on it and all that of home plate. And I got Jim Lyrics to sign that for me the same day. It's what a coincidence. Awesome. Yeah, man. Good guy. And he told me he was good with the Yankees now. Cause the Yankees,
he's on great terms with them. He's become like a, what do you call it now? He's like a sponsor to them now. He's like a
special advisor.
Special advisor. He's become like a huge part of the team now. Yeah, he's a special advisor. He was the one that predicted the Stanton trade. He was the first to report that. I never forget that because no one else reported except him. He said, "Oh, it's a done deal," and I was like, "Damn!" I mean, he was the first one to report it. Like I was like excited at the time because we were getting Stanton, so I was like hyped up. But I mean, I don't know now about the trade, but at the time I was excited. But,
yeah,
he was the first to report it.
I mean, he should be helping those guys learn about baseball, man. He was a great catcher, man.
He was. I loved him, and he got huge clutch hits for the Yankees, especially in '96 where he hit that 3-run home run against the Mark Wohlers in the World Series. In '96, that was the big home run, man, that put the Yankees over the top. That's it. That put them over the top for good. That home run.
Man. So yeah, man. It's that's crazy, but hopefully Sanchez could get his act together this year.
I hope
man.
so. I saw him with he was with Gio Urshela. I hope he gets. I hope he does get his act together. I hope this is a big year for him because this is it for him. If he does bad, he struggles, he's gone. They're gonna just like release him because they can't pull any punches with that. If he has like another bad season, I don't think they're gonna waste any time. They're just gonna release him. I think it's gonna happen actually early because he's a free agent in 2 years. Not next year, but the year after. So I doubt they're going to play this guy out the rest of his contract. I think what they're going to do is they're just going to release him if they see him struggle. He can't hit 147 again. He's got to hit at least like 260, 270. If he hits, I guess maybe 250 could save him. But if he hits 147 again, he's gone. I mean, he can't do that 3 years in a row. I mean, no way.
It's true,
he can't
man.
do that. Like,
it's true. I mean, or he could be trade bait.
Yeah.
He could be trade bait.
What value is he going to have, though? Nobody's going to want him. He's going to have no value. I mean, unless he has a good year. But if he has a bad season in the trading deadline, no one's going to take him. I would trade him for a bag of balls, but like I told you, I don't know if anybody's going to want his he's not a good. He doesn't hit. He's not a good catcher. He hits low for average every year. He doesn't get on base. He's injury prone. I don't know who's going to take that, but.
So how many? I mean, what does he have on his contract? Off my head, I don't remember right now.
No, he's got 2 years left. He's got 2020, 2021, and 2022. So he's got this year and next year, and then he's a free agent.
Man, so they could probably Marbury him, right? Stephon Marbury and sit him on the side.
Well, if he does really bad, they could definitely trade him. But they have to, they want to give him another chance. They wanted this, the Yankees. Now they're going to see for themselves that if this guy's bad. Hopefully not, but if he's bad again and they have to trade him, I hope he has a great year. I don't want him to do bad, but I mean, this guy is like going to do bad again, then he's definitely gone. I mean,
yeah,
He's got to show up, man. He's got to turn it around because this is it. I mean, it's do or die for him.
Yeah, because you're right. It is do or die for a lot of these guys too. Yep. Because of last season. Last season was a fluke season.
Yeah.
So the numbers are inflated, especially
when you look at the whole team, it's going to be big for a lot of guys. Aaron Judge, Torres, Stanton, to really prove that they could stay on this team long term. Well, you're stuck with Giancarlo Stanton unless you trade him. He's got 6 years left. But
we're hoping that he hits home runs, so he's gonna be the DH. So we're not worried about him. You're better off having him as a bat than.
Aaron Judge better have a big season. This guy better stay healthy. I'm concerned about him. I hope he doesn't get hurt again. I hope he plays 150 games.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing if he gets hurt, man. And also, Aaron Hicks has to do well too, man. They all got to do well.
Yeah, everybody. Gleyber Torres. Obviously, we know LeMay is going to do great. He's the best. And
also, I heard that they're bringing back Brett Gardner too, man.
I read something. I don't know. It's not official though. I just read something.
They're gonna give him. They're gonna give him $3 million.
Yeah. Well, when did this? I didn't see anything about them. They didn't sign him yet.
It's gonna happen soon. For $3 million.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna get signed for $3 million. Yeah. And then the other guy, Jay Bruce, I think his name is. I think it's Jay Bruce. He got signed for $3 million to a minor league deal. Minor league contract.
I'm on Twitter right now. I don't see anything about Gardner.
Yeah, it's happening.
They offered him a contract 1 year, but I don't think it's going to be $3 million. It's going to be like $1 million if they sign back. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it. The way I feel about Gardner, I think they should move on because they have Jay Bruce and they have all these outfielders. Where are they going to put Gardner? There's no room for him.
Nah, you're better off taking Gardner back too because these guys are gonna get hurt, man. So that's what they're anticipating. So they're trying to get as many plays as they can.
But what if he gets hurt? Gardner, he's old.
Yeah, that's true. It's a possibility, but hopefully he doesn't neither. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gotta rely on
I thought that I wanted to move on from him because they let Tanaka go, they let Paxton go, they let Happ go, they're letting all these guys go now. So I was saying to myself, why don't they just let Gardner go? Because they need to make room for younger players on this team. They can't have all these old guys. And the Yankees are old now. They're getting old. I mean, they're starting to get old now.
But that's the thing. The Yankees don't have no farm system at all. So there's nobody to bring up after Gardner. So you have
Dominguez,
to sign.
He's supposed to be the next big thing. Dominguez is supposed to be.
Allegedly.
He's going to come up soon.
Allegedly, man. Nobody I have heard of that was on the Yankees as a big prospect ever came up to be great.
Gleyber Torres, Aaron Judge. I mean,
Gleyber Torres, he was traded. Gleyber Torres was traded from the Blue Jays or something like that.
Yeah, it's true. They never had they never signed a player in their prime. That's damn sure. They never signed a player that's like 26, 25, 24. They usually sign these guys when they're like 30 if they make a big splash. In terms of bringing guys up, no, Derek Jeter was he was in the prime of his career. He was only 22. I mean, he was a great player. So they brought guys up from their farm system, but
that was it.
It hasn't been in a long time. And like I told you, the Yankees are not known for pitching when it comes to their farm system. They don't know how to develop pitching. They don't. The only guy that they developed was Andy Pettitte.
That's because all their leaders died. Gene Michaels and all these people that were in charge of scouting and all that, they're all dead. You know what I mean?
Most of them all died. It's a shame.
All the management is like the eye for it, to do it. They're all dead. Yeah. So now you got these newbies in there that don't know nothing. That don't know nothing. They learned about playing baseball on their Sega Genesis. You know what I mean? And now they're running a team. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different world now, man. It's a different world.
It is.
Different world. It's a shame.
It is, man. Instead of having people that played the game do that, you know what I mean? They're hiring people from out of town to do it.
Yeah. Did you see the Mets sign Taijuan Walker? So now they're all hyped up Met fans now. They got he's a good pitcher. I don't think he's great, but that fills the rotation out for them now. So that I guess they signed him 2 years, 20. I think it was $20 million. Wow, it's a lot of money, but.
That's big for them. That's big for them. The Mets are turning into a great team on paper.
They're gonna most likely be a playoff team. Yeah, I think so. The Yankees are better, but the Mets have a really good team now. Yeah. There should be no excuses for them now. They better make the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, they suck.
Yeah,
they can't make
man.
the playoffs with this team.
Imagine if the Mets make it and the Yankees don't. Oh my God, we'll be the laughing stock of the town.
Oh, that would be terrible. Yeah, they'll definitely both make the playoffs. You mean if the Mets? You talking about the playoffs or the World Series?
Both.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, the Mets have better pitching, but the Yankees, they have to get their act together with their pitching. They have to make a trade at the deadline. If they want to win a World Series this year, they have to trade for Luis Castillo or Hendricks or that's it. This is the last straw for them. I think this year. Well, actually, they have one more chance next year because they have Scherzer as a free agent, Verlander, Noah Syndergaard, and Kershaw. So what they should do is sign one of those guys and then trade for Castillo. And then if they can't win with that, they'll never win. That's their last chance because there's a new CBA next year, and they're supposed to reset the luxury tax.
Right.
So I'll give them one more chance. That's it, though. This is the end. If they don't win it next year and they do go out and get Scherzer and trade for Castillo, then they don't win. And that's it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you anymore. If they can't win a World Series with that rotation, then they should. That's it. I mean, it's over. I don't know when they're going to win.
I think you're right about that, though. Them buying a big pitcher at the end of the year or something like that.
Or maybe they'll make a trade at the deadline. I want to win this year. I'm just saying that if they don't win it this year, their best chance is next year because they're resetting the luxury tax and they could spend money next year. The Yankees, they could buy it, but. What if they do something stupid and say, "Oh no, we're gonna stay under the luxury tax again. We don't want to spend money." Because with them, you never know. They lie to all the fans. They always tell everybody they're going to spend money and they're not going to spend, but they're probably going to do something big. I think next year. But this is the year. I think we have to win it this year. I'm not looking to 2022. I'm looking to 2021.
That's right.
They have to win this year. I'm just looking at the future a little bit because trying to analyze it because next year there's a new CBA and there's a good pitching free agent class. So they have to.
It's true, man. They do have a perfect chance to win this year because the league is so weak this year.
Oh, the AL is weak. They have to make it.
You know what I mean?
If they don't get in, if they don't make it to the World Series, I'll be very disappointed. I'll be extremely disappointed. And the spring training is here. I mean, I've been watching the coverage. I like their coverage better than the Mets. I don't know. The Mets coverage is weird. They just if you watch SNY and watch their coverage, it's a little bit different than the Yankees. But I've been watching it. I saw Aaron Boone and the pitchers now have reported Cole and I saw Darren O'Day. He was talking. I never knew that guy was bald. I never knew it. But
really, I didn't know neither.
Yeah, I saw him. He's a competitor. That guy. He's a fiery player. And Britton was talking. I saw Zach Britton. He talked. Obviously, Garrett Cole. They were Corey Kluber. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Now you just have to wait for the players to report, and away we go. I mean, that's it. Start your engines.
That's what we need, man. I was watching the Giants on YouTube. They have their thing on YouTube, live streaming it. And,
the San Francisco Giants or the New York Giants?
San Francisco Giants. And you can watch them. They're hitting baseballs and stuff like that, but there's no commentary or nothing. They just have the video, like scanning around, and you can see it. That's pretty cool, But man, it's do or die this year, man. That's a fact.
Yeah. This is their last chance. I think this is it because the window is closed. I don't know. People keep saying no, it's not closed, and it is closing. I think it is closed because look at this team now. It's 5 years. They were supposed to win a World Series in a 3-year window, and now it's 5 years. When are they going to win? I mean, it's getting late now. It's been 12 years. It's going to be 12 years if they don't win it this year. So what are they doing? They should have had pitching. This team. That's the only thing they're missing. They need a pitching. They don't have starting pitching.
Let's see what happens with the ones we got now, man, because we're relying on them to do very well. You know? So let's see what happens, man. But until then, we're going to have to find out on April 1st when they play the Blue Jays. You know what I mean?
I hope they don't announce any stupid new rules like the expanded playoffs. I think that's gone now because they took that away. So I hope they don't bring it back because they do that. So I hope everything stays the way it is, and that's it. I mean, it should be a fun season. I think the Yankees are going to win. Probably like 98 games, 99 games.
Well, hopefully the players stay healthy too because of the COVID.
Yeah.
They came out with the test results of the COVID testing and the spring training, and only 13 people got it out of 4,000.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
So it's like 3%. right now, which is good. So hopefully they get rid of that and they keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, last year they had everything under control. In the beginning, it got out of hand, but then it started to quiet down and mellow down. So this year, I think it'll be all right. They will have a normal season. You get fans back finally, even though it's going to start at 10% capacity, and that's it. I mean, it's going to be this is going to be a better season now. We're going to have a real season now because last year was no real season. That was it was a 60-game season. It wasn't even a real season.
Yeah, and it went by so fast.
It went quick. Yeah, it was only 2 months. That was it.
You know, it was over. You know, after that, man, it's crazy. You know, but anyway, I think we did a good show, man. I think we can end it here.
Yeah, it was great.
You know, and we'll come back Tuesday, and then we can talk about the results that happened over the weekend.
Oh yeah, for spring training and stuff. Yeah, sure.
Hopefully nobody gets hurt. I'm crossing my fingers on that. You know, I want nobody to get hurt through the whole spring training. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. That's the key for them. These guys get injured before spring training, so the key is to just stay healthy the whole season. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything works out. I think everything will be all right.
Yeah, I think they got this one this time. Hopefully, man. Like we say it every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll end it here. And we'll see everybody in the next one. So so long, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you lasted this long, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and thank you for watching, everyone. And so long. See ya.